The spectre of terrorism once more on a London street. Police point their guns at the suspect they'd just shot, a terrorist they'd been watching in the moments before. Prior to this, he'd stabbed 2 people in his Sunday afternoon attack. Holding the knife was Sudesh Amman, who was released from prison just days ago. Today, as forensics teams went back over Streatham High Road, the wider issue of automatic early release for terrorists intensified. It was a question the PM had to respond to.
What was he doing out on automatic early release, and why was there no system of scrutiny, no parole system to check whether he was really a suitable candidate? It's time to take action to ensure that people, irrespective of the law that we're bringing in, people in the current stream do not qualify automatically for early release.
In December 2018, Sudesh Amman was jailed for 3 years and 4 months. He pleaded guilty to possessing and distributing terrorist documents. The 20-year-old was released last week after serving half of his sentence. Since his release, he'd been under active police surveillance. After the attack on London Bridge little over 2 months ago, it was proposed the minimum sentence for the most serious terror offences would rise to 14 years. But some suggest even this may not prevent future attacks.
We seem to have a remarkably similar incident on this occasion. I think we need some kind of public inquiry to look at how we keep ourselves safe when we deal with prisoners that are coming out of prison. The law requires prisoners at the moment to be released once they've served 50% of their sentence. We really need to look at that, and if there are any concerns about safety, they should be kept in prison.
But in recent years, more than 70 people who've been jailed for terrorist offences have been released back into London. How much surveillance can police possibly do?
We don't have enough resources to tackle issues like this, and that may have been exactly what's happened. So putting in place more legislation is not necessarily going to keep people safe.
It was horrific, but this murderous attack on Sunday shoppers could have been even worse. Now the pressure is on ministers for actions and not words.
So, Julia, we're waiting for more details about those fundamental changes proposed by the government. I mean, what are we expecting?
Danny, at the centre of it all is that crackdown on the early release of terrorists. But even Boris Johnson has admitted that it might be difficult to apply new legislation retrospectively. Would it even work, though, to extend, to make terrorists serve their full sentences? Would they perhaps not just delay their plans for attacks until they're released? Well, some say the solution lies in solving radicalisation in prisons. The London Mayor, Sadiq Khan, has previously described jails as universities of crime. Any strategy to tackle all of that is, of course, hugely ambitious at a time the prison service is really stretched. But it's, of course, hugely embarrassing for the government to see this sort of attack every 2 months or so.